Good evening traders, it's Simon at Carlos Capital Markets. Today I want to show you about probabilities and also money management. So money management is key in trading, and understanding probabilities is also key, and you can work out your kind of expected returns as such and show you what we expect to happen. So here we have a couple of things. This is part of it is a probability calculator, and part of it's a random number generator. So this one on the left hand side here, it randomly generates numbers for you. Wins and losses here for you, yeah? You put in what you want there roughly. Then on the right hand side shows you what your graph would look like if you were to do what we say you can do. So I want to show you something here. Now, in the middle here, it tells you the numbers of losses and consecutive consecutive wins. And every time I just double click somewhere, this should just change automatically for us, and that's what it does. And what I want to show you really is how this can actually 17 losses in a row there. How this can actually affect your mindset. So currently at the moment, I've made a strategy that makes 72% strike rate, which is really good. Now, 72% strike rate would actually indicate every 4 trades, 3 times I'll win, and straight away you can get 6 losses in a row here. Now, I know from doing this several times over that you can actually have even up to 9 or 10 losses in a row at a certain point. By the way, these are over 5,000 trades here. They are. Okay, so that's quite a lot of trade. That's a lot of this number generator. As you can see, this number generator goes down and down and down for miles and miles. It does. So it's not just like me just making it all up. That is actually all done for you there. That is, okay. So this just giving you an example now on, say, binary options. So for every say £100 you put in, you win £75 back, and if you lose 100. And what this shows here is a graph on the right hand side what it looked like over time. But even out of 72% strike rate, you will lose 5 trades in a row. Now, 5 trades in a row at 1% isn't that much, but I know some people put on 5% at a time. That 5% is then going to be 5 times 5 is 25% of your account, and I don't believe many people can afford to lose mentally 25% of their account, because they get too emotional. But let's say, for example, you've got a 65% strike, which is fairly reasonable in all fairness. If you've got if you can do 1-to-1, so you win 75, lose 100, you can lose 9 times in a row. Well, 9 times 5 is 45%. I don't personally believe anyone can actually afford to lose 75%, 45% of their account. So, but let's be more realistic here. I want to show you something here. So let's say, for example, you got a 60% strike rate. Look how the account goes up and down all the time. It's quite a vicious cycle, that is. Can go up and down, and even it can go negative there, no problem at all. With 12 straight losses in a row, a 60% strike rate, you should get more than 50-50, that is. And yet you can still lose 10 in a row, you can. And that's what I want to show you guys. And this is why money management is so key. And you need to understand what your this figure here, your strike rate, is what you need to understand first of all. Understand when you do that, and the only way you get that strike rate is by going back testing to prove that you understand what you're doing, to test your strategy in place. Obviously, there's still more to it than that, but at least you have an idea what you're doing. There's no point in going forward hoping you get 75%. You've got to know you can make that 75% or 6% strike rate, or whatever it's going to be, and that's the difference here. But over the long term, you make a lot of money there. It's £20,000 you're making, 5,000 trades. And then all of a sudden, okay, in 5,000 trades, how many trades do I take a day? Let's say you take 10 trades a day, 50 trades a week. That's very simple here. So 50 times 52 equals 2,600. Now, we know you're not going to trade every single week. So let's take out, it's 250 trades a week. Let's take out, well, let's do it an easy way, yeah? 50 trades a week times by 45 weeks of the year, so that's 2,200 times by 2, 4,500 trades in 2 years. You can get between these two figures here roughly. Obviously, if you double click it, it will do something a little bit different there, but the overall money there, depending on what it's going to be like. It does change a little bit there, but you get an idea what you're going to be expecting to get. I'd say about £15,000 to £20,000 you would in 2 years. Now some people go, it's not enough money. Well, then you need to invest more. Simple as that. Or have a higher strike rate on this scenario. If you've got 65%, for example, straight away look at your money. But can you get 5,000 trades that way in the same time frame? That's the difference you have to understand. So there's always a nice balance there to work out what you've got to do. And this is what trading is about with money management. So my idea, what I want to explain to you is don't risk more than, well, I'll say 1%. I mean, you could say 2%, but 2% is extremely high, because if you've got a 65% strike rate and 7 trades in a row as losses, it's 14%. And let's say, for instance, you take these trades over a period of weeks, you can have, well, there's 11 there. Let's say you only take 2 trades a week. I only take 2-3 trades a week. Let's say 3 trades a week. 11 divided by 3 is 3.6. It's 3.6 weeks. So you could lose for the whole entire month 10%, even though your strike rate is 65%. You can still lose, or 11% that you'd lose. And it'd take over a whole month losing 11%. That'd be a horrendous month. But you also know at one point there could be a month where you earn 17% in one month, be a really fantastic one, and yet your strike rate is still 65% overall. And this is what you have to understand, the probability model, and this is why 1% is really what you want. 2% I think is extreme. Can you imagine losing 22% in 1 month? Everyone will call you an idiot, but yet your strike rate is really good and your strategy works, but everyone's telling you you're stupid and don't understand. And that is where trading and the mindset comes in, and that's another story for another day. But like I said, this probability calculator is what you really want to look at. If you want it, just give me an email and I'll shoot it over to you. It's not a problem. And you can actually play with the figures, learn it yourself, and understand your strategy and go from there. Okay, guys? I hope you have a good day.